Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Hey, I was thinking about going to St. Ignatius, and last time we went, it seemed like a blast. How about we go again?
Like the hospital?
Yeah, the one in Colfax.
Uh, I don't think I want to go there again.
What? Come on.
No, that place is, I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like it last time I went.
Vel, come on. We had a blast. We were walking around.
Mm,
Come on. Wait.
yeah, it was,
No, stop.
what?
I just bought us tickets.
Ugh,
It's a done deal.
fine, whatever.
You're coming
We'll
with me.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go, but I've got a
Sweet.
story for you.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Okay. Is it a
yeah.
good story? Bad story?
It's a creepy story. Whatever.
I like creepy stories.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna record it though, and we're gonna put it as an episode of Boo Crew Case Files. Is that cool?
Sure. Yeah, it's fine.
Pack your bags. We're going to Colfax. We're gonna go ahead and see St. Ignatius.
Can't wait.
Welcome to Boo Crew Case Files. I'm your host, Bree Schroeder. Joining me today is a very special friend of mine. I I would venture to say my best friend. Is that okay? Can I call you that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Velimir Samokovic. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Samokovic, but Samokovic is okay too.
Well, I always called you Samoka Fish. So. Val, you and I go way back. And I'm excited to be with you today.
I'm excited to be here too.
So, Val, we are at St. Ignatius Hospital. We've been here a few times. And I think the listeners need to know. They need to know about your experience here. Can you tell us?
Yeah. Well, so this is my third time here. The first time was quite a long time ago. At least, the first time I was here, from my perspective, it was uneventful. I didn't experience a whole lot. I love the place. Exploring it, walking up and down the hallways, seeing the rooms, seeing the paperwork,
Yeah.
files on patients and stuff like that.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Learning the history of the place and some of the people that have been here.
We shared an experience that night, though. We were in the children's room. Do you remember that?
I don't.
So we were in the children's room, shoulder to shoulder, and we both felt something bump through us, and we both reacted thinking that the other person hit us. You thought I hit you, and I thought you hit me.
I vaguely remember that. The children, is that downstairs?
That is, down
That's
in, because we're in the surgical room on the
Okay.
4th floor. It's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And I remember we both looked at each other and, why'd you do that? And neither one of us had done anything. And then you took your flashlight and flashed it down, but we heard some weird,
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. I remember that now.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think much of that.
oh
Yeah.
gosh.
See, okay, I remember that now vaguely. I remember looking at you and turning to you, but I didn't really think much of that experience.
Yeah.
Really, I would say, my first go around here was pretty benign.
Yeah.
But amazing place.
Yeah.
It was such an experience to go through it, walk through it, go through all the levels. Obviously, it's a lot cleaner now than it was back then.
Right. Because that was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. Then,
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Tell us about the other
The
experience.
second time. So, for everybody that doesn't know me, I'm more of on the skeptic side of this kind of stuff. I've never really believed in, ghosts or things like that. I still really don't. I'm a little bit more closer to the fence now, but the second time we were here and exploring, a couple of weird things happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing was the video that you set up, the camera that you set up. I don't know if it was a GoPro or not.
It was. Yeah, it was a
was.
modified GoPro to full spectrum.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think you and I came up to the second floor and set it up. Did I help you set up the camera?
If I remember right, you were walking around with 2 other people and everybody else was downstairs.
Yeah.
There was actually 2 instances with you and those people
Yeah.
where in one, frame, there was a shadow person in the
Yeah.
hallway. And then in another frame, you guys were crossing the hall, and there was a full body apparition.
Yeah, going from one room to another
Yeah.
across the hall.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting because it was just me and those two other people up on the second floor, and I know there was no one else up here. You know, we came up the stairs, nobody was with us. You know, we just gone off exploring, and if I remember correctly, we were being a little loud.
Just a smidge.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I remember that, and I remember you pulling me later and showing me the video, and what clearly, she was like, "Hey," you were like, "Hey, this camera was on your floor. You know, we set this camera up on your floor." I remember that, and there was no one else up there except for you guys, right? I'm like, "Yeah, there's no." You confirmed that with me, and then you're like, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah. And that was pretty mind-blowing because there were a lot of people, when we talked about and showed the video, there was thought that maybe it was me, but I was downstairs. I had timestamp footage showing me downstairs along with everybody else. So we had a definite answer that it was just the three of you on that floor.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting, and it looked like they were wearing like a doctor's coat, but it was kind of transparent.
Yeah, you kind of, from the footage, it was very interesting for me to see because you can't quite fully make out what it is.
Right.
You can't, say it's not this or it's not that, or it is this or it is that. But it's just, it's unusual.
Right.
It's unusual, at least to the best of my abilities. It's not explained yet as to who or what that was, or if was anything. But it's obvious that, like the way that the figure, I guess, moved, like it was as if it was, you could, from what I recall, it was like the top part of a person. You could see the shoulder and almost the side of a head, and the way that it moved was consistent with a person head bobbing up and down as they're walking across the hallway. But it moved rather quickly.
It did.
It did.
Like with a purpose.
Yes. Yeah. Like if it was going from one room to the other. That's a really good way of putting it. Like there was a purpose for.
Yeah. Like if it was a nurse or a doctor, they'd be in a rush to attend to the next patient or get to the next floor or do whatever duty they needed to take care of. But I showed it to several other people after the team saw it. And there were a lot of people that thought it was human. And again, looking at the timestamps of everything else, it was not possible.
Yeah, that was very interesting and bizarre to see.
It was, yeah. And it was a pretty incredible capture. I mean, those are things that, as a paranormal investigator, it's like a holy grail piece. You want to get that communication, that direct response. You want to get that visual. That is about the only time I've captured anything visually at St. Ignatius. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing here. I mean, we capture audio all the time. But it's quite interesting. Yeah.
Are we going to do some listening tonight? Are we going to do some of that?
We will do some listening.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
We're gonna try out some different devices. So
are we going to actually get to go back down to the second floor? Because I kind of want to. I want to go back to that doorway.
Yeah.
I want to walk through that doorway. I want to experience it and just look at it and just.
We'll definitely do it. When we were actually walking up here, we walked through it and
we
stood
did?
there. Yeah, when we were looking around initially, and just how it's changed for you. But we'll actually go to that room where you guys had exited and caught the shadow, and then we'll go down further and do some checks, and do some audio listening in a couple other rooms, kind of looking down that direction.
Yeah.
So we'll play around a little bit.
Let's pace around a little bit. Let's step out of this room while you tell me a story.
Oh, hey, you got the flashlight, right?
Yeah, I got a flashlight.
So that night that we were here in our first tour together.
Just so people know.
Yeah.
Like we just walked out of the room down a hallway and we both paused for a second. That's what that silence was, is there's other people on a tour here separate from us, and we both looked down a hallway.
I think startled a little bit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how creeped out were you by that?
It just kind of stunned me. I didn't expect nobody down there.
Yeah, same. I definitely had a flight and fight moment.
Yeah.
What is it? Flight or fight moment there.
Fight or flight.
For like a split second there. And it was going towards fight. and then I saw the person. It was going to go one way or another, and it was going to go creep out and run or defend yourself. And I
Yeah.
was
Fair.
I could feel myself leaning towards defend.
Oh gosh.
What is it? Is it on? Is it the Cable Guy when they're at the Renaissance fight or whatever? And he's like, "Prepare to defend yourself."
Yeah.
Like that's kind of.
It kind of feels like that.
Like in that split second when we heard that down there. That's if
Could
I
have been the
could
bat
describe
again.
it.
The bat
Yes.
kicking up again.
So anyway,
So
you
when we
were
were
going to tell me
here,
a story about a funny ghost.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So when we were here and we had that moment in the doorway, and we had that split through us, I came back many times after and had that same woo sound in my ear, to a degree that I actually put a name to it and did some research. And I believe it was Richard, who was a known resident here. He was developmentally disabled. He was in the Special Olympics.
About that. Yeah.
Yeah. About 3 or 4 times I came back, and every time I would be on different floors, I would get that woo sound in my ear.
So why did you just beeline it out of there? Like,
It's hotter up here.
okay, got it. Okay,
I don't have my flashlight.
okay. I was
No, you're good.
just seeing if you felt weird or whatever about that room or something like that. That we were.
No, more weird about the room down on the end that the bat was hanging out at.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's the nuns.
Bree's not afraid of ghosts and spirit, but
Those nuns get
she
me.
didn't even see the bat. I just said I saw a bat. And
I was pretty freaked out for a moment there, I won't lie. After all these years, I should really know.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Count with Boo Buddy, Vel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we are at St. Ignatius Hospital in room 210. Now this is a room, Vel, I don't know if you've actually been in this room. It was just opened up within the last year. Reports are that there's
Did you make it warm in here?
there's something that wants everybody out. Doesn't want anybody in here. It makes others feel ill at times. However, I've been in here with my pal Boo Buddy, and it
Did
seems
you say something? Could you please say it again?
that the temperature goes up with Boo Buddy. We came back one time without Boo Buddy, and it asked, "Where's the bear?" So we're back with Boo Buddy to see if we get any communication. We've got the Phasma box that we'll open up here too. But I want to see, can you touch Boo Buddy, please?
You want me to touch the bear?
Let's see if Spirit does instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier when you were explaining this room to me, like people like feel ill or something like that, that it doesn't want people ill.
Yeah, so according to Val, when she does tours, they brought the Phasma box up and it has said, "Get out." At one point, they were running the device and they were all on the floor trying to listen to it, and it said, "Get up off the floor and get out."
That is interesting. But the reason I brought that up or asked is because as soon as we walked in this room, it could be just because it's warm throughout this place,
Yeah.
everywhere. But when we walked in here, like I felt a certain particular like fatigue.
Did you?
Like my eye, like the back of my eyes, like feel tired.
Okay.
Like I'm not sleepy, but I feel exhaustion all of a sudden.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean, I've had a long day.
Sure.
I haven't really slept well last night, so.
Right.
But I noticed it. I noticed it as soon as we walked in here, and it's interesting that you said that.
Yeah, I mean, this room has a different feel. I don't feel negative in here like others have felt the illness or the queasiness. I feel more curiosity, but it could be manipulating you to feel the way you are, because it doesn't always seem to be everybody that feels that way, from what I understand.
Interesting.
Do you have a favorite song?
Boo Buddy's just trying to see if anybody wants to talk.
Okay, so can you explain this to me? I guess I don't know
Yeah.
what its purpose is.
Yeah,
Can
so
you walk me through it a little bit?
Boo Buddy is made by Sean Porter with Ghost Stop. It is a teddy bear that is an interactive toy for spirits. It has a proximity detector, so it'll detect movement near it. If spirit tries to enter kind of like its field or bubble, It will then detect if there's a temperature increase or
Do you know
decrease.
what time it is?
It'll also kick over to do questions like it's doing now to provoke EVPs or electronic voice phenomenon
I see.
responses.
Okay. So then it's just recording data right now, and then you examine it later?
In a sense, it doesn't record directly on it,
Okay.
but we're getting it through the computer itself.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't expect, well, maybe.
Well, when we turned it on and it asked if we raised the temperature, which seems to be a pretty true statement in this room with Boo Buddy, according to my responses.
You want to be my friend?
You know, like when I've been in here and Boo Buddy's been with me, it seems like it changes the temperature and makes it rise a little bit
I see.
after that baseline is read in the initial startup.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you tried using this thing in the kids' room before here?
I don't know if we did get a chance to put it down in the kids' room, but I do know that Val had one in the kitchen and it went crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, because it's a teddy bear, right? I'm wondering
If there'd be any sort of alert to it.
yeah, more, like a reaction or
Sure.
whatever
How old are you?
to
to
the
get you-
teddy bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there was toys in. I remember when we were here the first time. I haven't seen that room in a very long time, but I remember seeing toys in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
I
that-
think actually one of them was a teddy bear.
Yeah, so there were a lot of toys in there.
Interesting.
I like music. What music do you like?
That was a longer sentence.
Yeah, that was.
Do you know if the toys that we saw there the first time, we were all here, were those like original to the hospital? Because there was a lot of stuff in here. There was a lot of garbage. There was a lot of
Yeah, a lot of debris.
belongings
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Still some like art and pictures, paperwork, documents.
I
Were
think-
those part of
I think some of it was. I think some of it they came across, and then others were donated.
donated?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like Boo Buddy's really getting anything. I mean, other than the initial temperature spike, but I mean that could have just been the warmth of the lamp itself. You know,
Yeah.
trying to remain skeptical about things.
Right. Just being in this room and like, watching scary movies as a kid and just like
What's your favorite?
being in an abandoned place. I know there's obviously other people in here tonight on a tour,
Yeah.
on a guided tour, but just in this corner of this room is like a broken piece of wood, and it's broken in such a way that it could be used to very easily penetrate the fragile human body.
We won't put you over there.
yeah.
Yeah. You're safe.
I don't know why that's in here. That looks very, very dangerous. That should not be in a place, in a place like this right now.
Probably the renovation piece
Yeah.
and just,
What's your favorite story?
Well, let's see. I brought Boo Buddy. Do you want to play with Boo Buddy? You said you would play with Boo Buddy next time I brought him. Here he is. Can you touch him, please? We have people coming towards us now.
Earlier, we talked about the camera recordings that we picked up in the stairwell and what we thought. We can't explain that, walked across the hallway.
Right.
Ew, it got warm in here.
The temperature.
As soon as
just changed.
it's bizarre.
That is
Interesting.
strange.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it random?
Uh,
Yeah. Did it just
I mean, I don't know.
like a
It's
coincidence? Coincidence that I brought that up?
It's
But
hard to say.
I'd love to walk down the hallway and
Go.
go see that. Do you want to come with me? Or do you want me to go by myself?
You go. You go and you report back.
I don't remember where it was. You gotta come with me.
So you were practically,
I'm not scared or anything. I just don't know where I'm going.
to the listeners, he's freaking out.
What's your favorite color?
It was, you guys were walking across this hall, like from that door that's highlighted to your right,
This one?
I believe so, across.
Do you hear that?
I do. A tinking sound. It could be, well, the roof is being put on, so. Can you do that again?
Oh, you know what I think it was? I think it's
That.
the electricity right there. Yeah, it's this box.
Oh, is it the power?
Yeah. Nope, it's not.
Oh, is the camera maybe triggering? No?
It's definitely not the electricity box right there. Okay, this is.
That's
Yeah,
not
this
moving.
is weird. Yeah.
So did it just respond and do it again when I asked?
Well, I thought it was the electricity box, and I walked up to the electricity box, and whatever the sound was, it didn't come from there. It came from the opposite side, which was not where I was expecting it to be.
Can you make that sound again, please? Now, I should also tell you, Val, that when I was here in February...
Did you hear it?
I did.
Okay, is that camera a motion sensor camera?
I think
and then us standing still...
Shouldn't trip it.
And then when you started moving again, it tripped it?
Maybe. Could be the click of it, but the light...
We're going to be quiet for a second.
Can you flash your light up? Okay, that thing just lit up. It scared me.
See, did you hear it?
Okay, so it must be the camera. It has to be the camera.
You think so? Oh, there's like wires and stuff going in.
Yeah. It's the camera.
Is it the camera?
Yeah. No, I thought it was something else too.
That definitely caught my attention. That was weird.
So the camera footage, you guys were walking from here.
And
out.
Sarah was carrying the camera.
Correct.
Okay.
And when you pan down, just outside where the camera is where that figure was walking.
Across the hallway.
Yeah, either into the stairwell or into a room over there.
Was it from this? I feel like
it was from.
I feel like it was from this angle. So okay, so it was from here.
Yeah, because you can see the door number as you guys are walking out and see the 208, and then you see down.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you guys
that's right.
came out of the other room, panned to the hall or to the stairwell, and then
Which
came
is
down.
to the left over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. And then that was on the GoPro. That was not on the camera that Sarah was carrying. It was on the stationary one.
That was on the GoPro too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Was I guess this is the doorway, right?
Yeah, this is the door you guys exited.
Are you sure? Because it walked straight across. So that means whatever it was, like, unless there was, because that means it would have to come from like outside this wall and not from door to door.
Well, you guys walked this way, and what we saw, like as far as
because
on
it was
the camera,
over here. Okay, I misunderstood you.
Yeah, it
okay,
just
so it
walked.
was here. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it was just past these doors.
that's right.
But it was this room you guys came out of.
Okay, yeah. Is that why this camera's here now?
Say that again?
Is that why this camera's here now?
No, it's just for
because
security.
of that specific thing. So then I guess what were these rooms? This looks like it was a kitchen.
This was probably...
There's cabinets and I can see a sink in there and stuff.
It could have even been for like laboratory work.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
Because
what was this room?
It was
See
probably
toilets.
a living quarter.
See like toilets, a little closet.
Yeah, it's probably just got debris in it now.
Yeah.
This room always kind of gave me creepy vibes walking by it. It just kind of felt little, not dark, but just unwelcome.
It's nice to revisit, that specific location, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, it was quite interesting to have that video footage, and not really plan to see anything.
Yeah.
Shall we try the Phasma box?
Sure.
Actually, let's change it up a bit. Let's do the Afterlife app. So the Afterlife app is much like the Phasma box, using voice banks. It is made by Anthony Sanchez. It is ghosthuntersapps.com. Same concept though, voice banks. It allows for the spirit, manipulation.
I will tell you, again, as soon as I came back into this room with you just now, so we left this room and we're walking down the hallway, and like as soon as I came back, like I feel that fatigue again.
Do you?
Just like I can feel it, just like in my face and my eyes. I feel so unnaturally tired. It's bizarre.
No longer.
Please.
No longer, please.
A child.
Do you not want us in here?
Seems pointless.
What's that?
So I
Save
guess
response.
you're just looking at your screen there, and the volume that's playing to us through this app. Why is it distorted? Why isn't it just normal? Is that like just an effect to make it seem spooky?
Yeah, I mean,
Because that's what the app is, to like kind of give the ambiance or whatever.
probably a little bit of both. I mean, it has the echo and reverb built into it in times. Like,
Can you turn that off?
yeah, there's certain functionality that you can adjust,
Okay.
and eliminate or enhance.
Love made it only
And I have my doubts about the software. Not
with the heat.
Anthony Sanchez himself, or just these ITC apps in general. And having seen a lot of it work and getting responses like I have, makes me a little bit more of a believer. I feel as though there's sometimes not an explanation as to why you get some answers, especially when you're not saying the words and it comes back and it tells you what you're asking for. We use the Phasma box to talk to Frank Johnson, who was the former President Lincoln bodyguard, and we asked who did he protect, and it clear as day said Lincoln. Now, we had been saying Lincoln, but the fact that it said it on command was just quite compelling, Because it could have just not said anything, or it could have taken a long time, but it was right away it said Lincoln. So you have things like that happen, and it makes you a little bit more of a believer. Another time I was here, we were troubleshooting, and we were in the kitchen, and it was troubleshooting with us, saying the speaker was on, it was working. I said, "Can you respond?" I said, "Yeah, right." Like a smart ass. So
I guess that would be the funny ghost.
that would be the funny
That would
ghost.
be the funny ghost I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Are there any spirits in this room? Kind of felt like that's a number.
Just getting gibberish. Other than earlier, I thought I heard some what would be the female voice. It sounded like it said "love me" or something.
Okay.
I heard. Yeah.
From the pit.
I found a pet.
They will.
Or you're dead.
I found a pit.
A
I
pit.
was born
I was born. Who's here with us?
in the pit.
Jesus.
I thought it said Jesus.
Feel it. Suggest you.
Felix.
Is there Felix here?
Surrender.
You brought Boo Buddy?
Proud that's
A demonic. Scary.
and
Is something affecting Belle?
you're with the
Anonymous.
Who's in this room?
But how did you be spent with free from more disillusion?
It almost sounded like it said pray for more. But that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm concentrating really hard. I'm not picking up a lot. To me, just most of this sounds
Voice things.
gibberish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's turn it off.
Already.
Already.
And
Can you talk to us?
of the evening,
Repugnant.
Something evil.
See, I thought it said lovely evening.
Oh.
and as we
And then it said you ask me.
to our deep,
Is it working? Can you talk to us?
Tears.
only
Eyes.
as we face my
Mystic.
Listen, we're gonna put on the Phasma box.
So I'm curious. You've got two different programs here
Yeah.
that you're using to try and communicate with Casper. Now, it would be, are you able to run both at the same time?
That part I haven't tried, to be honest with you, and we can certainly try that. But I kind of feel like in testing it, sometimes one is easier to communicate through than others. I also kind of feel as though spirit doesn't necessarily know the gender voice that's coming through, so it could be male or female that you hear, but that doesn't
translate.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're talking to a man or a woman specifically, because I mean, how would they be able to control that much? Let's give them a break, you know.
Right.
So that's personal thought.
Gotcha. So I guess just watching you work with your stuff here, like another way, like I would love to see like you or somebody like that was painful to my ear.
Yes.
What would be interesting is to have two different laptops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Running the same equipment, same laptop, just two different ones, and running the same app or program.
And see if they
cross-check.
they
see if they
match up or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's definitely something that could be explored, you know.
Sure.
I mean,
What is that?
a car. Music.
Is that
You hear the ticking? It's the Afterlife app makes
Well, I heard the car.
That was me.
I heard the car and I heard the music. But what was the sound that came from over here? Did you hear that?
That I didn't hear.
No.
You're too close to it.
I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, what'd you hear?
Yeah, that was weird.
What'd you hear, though?
I don't know.
Are you getting creeped out?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. But I will get creeped out once we get to the second weird thing that happened here.
Yeah, we need to talk about that second weird thing that happened.
Is this the right time to talk about it?
Well, let's see if... Now that's weird. In all the time I've used the Phasma box, I've never had a whistle come through.
Really?
Never.
Are you sure that was a whistle?
Was that a whistle? Yes.
I'm just hearing echoes.
You're just hearing echoes?
Yeah, like you heard a yes?
Yeah.
I just heard nothing, just echoes.
Can you whistle again? Can you tell us your name?
Through that.
Can you make a sound in the room?
Emily, definitely.
That's what I was thinking was what you said, Emily.
Yeah.
But could have been definitely.
Yeah.
Do you not like people in this room?
I've had enough of this room.
You really have?
Yeah, I've had enough of this room.
Why?
I just don't feel comfortable anymore.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Vel's uncomfortable. I never thought you would say that to me, though, honestly.
Literally, I'm getting more and more uncomfortable. My right arm is feeling very cold air right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty surprising because it is hotter than
Yeah,
hell in
it's
here.
very hot in here. Yeah, I've had enough of this room.
What was affecting Vel in room 210? Was something making him sick or feel extremely exhausted? And what is this story that he wants to share? We have a second episode coming. This investigation Boo Crew case file episode just went a little longer than expected. Stick around, coming soon, the conclusion to the return to St. Ignatius with Vel.
If you'd like to come on a tour at St. Ignatius, go to colfaxhauntedhospital.com and grab some tickets and come and see us.